Hi, everyone. Good evening. It's so good to see you all. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I hope you had an opportunity to try some of our delicious lunch food. Did you? The mac and cheese? Yes. We are so glad to have you here tonight. I'm going to put my old woman glasses on here. I am honored that you have chosen to attend tonight's event and your desire to learn more about our amazing school district and our plans for the future. I would like to begin by recognizing our fabulous Board of Education, who spends scores of hours each week in governance of our district and support of our staff and students. Our President, Kara Coates, our Vice President, Sue Horn, Member Dion Manley, and Member Daphne Mooring. Thank you, Board, for your continued support and guidance. We are so appreciative. I would also like to recognize State Representative Burl Brown Picolantonio, who, as many of you know, served proudly on our school board as the president for 8 years, and now is here with us as our new state representative for District 4. Congratulations to you, Rep. Brown Picolantonio. Thank you for your service to our school district. Thank you also to the staff and administrators who are here tonight. They've extended their day to join us, and also to those staff and administrators who are not here, who do the work on supporting our children every single day. The round-the-clock support that you give to me as a superintendent and to our students and families. Our staff, representing every role in our district, is committed to supporting students, and I appreciate their expertise and dedication more than I can even express. Our partnership with the City of Gahanna is like nothing I've experienced in past districts, including the mayor, the city administration, city council. We have 2 members with us tonight, Council Member Jamil Jones and Marissa Bowers. Our entire division of police, especially Chief Spence, Mifflin Township, Mifflin Fire, and Jefferson Township. Thank you all for your support. We also count on the support of our community organizations, such as our wonderful PTOs and PTAs, the YMCA, Chamber of Commerce, Gahanna Rotary, Grin, Neighborhood Bridges, Ron, that's for you, and the Columbus Metropolitan Library. Thank you all to our supporting organizations in this wonderful community. So if you've been following our work and tuning into our meetings, you might not hear a lot of new information, which is good, because that means that we've done a good job communicating with you our direction as a school district. It was at last year's State of the Schools that I outlined a theme of reflect, envision, and ignite for the future. As a superintendent then new to Gahanna, it was fitting and necessary to take time to reflect on our district status and then envision a pathway forward for us. Also last year at this event, I outlined future development on a strategic plan, a community conversation to change our start times, and the internal study on revisions to a high school schedule. Additionally, I vowed a renewed focus on safety, and I asked our new Chief Operating Officer, Cliff Hetzel, to find efficiencies and cost savings while also focusing on facility and grounds care and the building project timelines. Tonight, Cliff, Jill, and I are sharing the work that we've done and what remains to be accomplished in these areas. Therefore, tonight's State of the Schools theme appropriately aligns with our newly adopted vision statement, Ignite, Enrich, and Champion. Like any organization, we must set intentional goals, create action, study, and measure our outcomes. Last year, I initiated the process of setting our intention, which was further refined through our strategic planning efforts. With the completion of the strategic plan framework and the newly adopted vision, mission, and value statements, we are beginning where we left off. We are ready to ignite our new vision. putting our intentions into daily work with our students and igniting a passion for lifelong learning. Our commitment to this journey continues as we look ahead, always striving to inspire learners and build futures through the framework of our strategic plan. And I'm really excited to share more about that plan with you tonight. Last May, we embarked on this journey in our district to create the vision for our students, our staff, and our community. Through the strategic planning process, more than 1,000 data points later, more people weighed in on the Start Time project than the strategic plan, though, which is too bad. But more than 1,000 data points later, and as a result of an extensive survey, listening sessions, partner work groups, and continual feedback loops rooted in 6 identified values, I was proud to present our new vision, mission, and strategic framework to the Board of Education for their approval in December. And I really appreciate the input from our Board of Education in this process, especially the leadership of Mrs. Horn and Mrs. Coates. I would also like to thank all of our parents, students, staff, administrators, and community leaders who provided their reflection and insight as input to the process so that we could be confident that this plan matches our community and will serve our district for the next 5 years. In using Redcon Consulting Group as a third party to listen and organize themes, we identified these core values for our district, which in turn were used in the development of our mission and vision. It is my goal that those values of integrity, collaboration, inclusivity, empowerment, excellence, and placing students first will be at the heart of each decision we make as district leaders and staff, ensuring that every endeavor aligns with our commitment to inspiring learners and building futures. As you know, a mission of any organization, and especially schools, speaks to the work being done. At our core, we believe in the importance of public education and its ability to ignite a passion for lifelong learning. For GJPS, our newly adopted mission is to empower students for lifelong success by ensuring that student learning is our top priority, preparing each student to continually thrive in an ever-changing world. While putting our students first, we seek to inspire and collectively do our part every day to ensure that our students have the knowledge and the tools to achieve unlimited opportunities in their future beyond GJPS. Stated more formally, our new vision for our students, what I'm asking for all of us in the GJPS community to aspire to, is to ignite a passion for lifelong learning through enriching students' classroom experiences, while the adults in our school and community champion pathways to success. It is up to every adult in Gahanna-Jefferson to support each child in our care, and I believe that that begins with us in public education. So it's funny, because when I travel around our district, I'm usually asked 2 questions. One is, why didn't you call a snow day? I don't usually comment on that one. The second is, why are you a superintendent? And it's usually followed with, I mean, seriously, nobody in their right mind would be a superintendent of a school district. And I like to share with you why I am a superintendent, because it's not always easy. If you have been watching our meetings, sometimes you've heard me speak to some of the challenges that we're facing, and I'm asking for your help. But I'm a superintendent because I feel called to impact the systems that influence our students. And I work to do this every day by paving a way for our staff to support learning of our students and to enrich the student experience. This may mean that ensuring our curriculum tools and assessment practices are providing exemplary instruction and checking for understanding, or that our facilities are safe, welcoming, and conducive to learning, or that we hire the very best staff to model dedication and hard work for our students, which they do. All of these factors work together to enrich our student experiences, an important element in our new vision statement and why I am a superintendent. It is my desire for our entire Gahanna-Jefferson community to exemplify and work towards the direction that has been adopted that while honoring many perspectives and voices, we work towards a common focus to enrich our student experiences and to inspire learners and build futures. Are you picking up on a theme? We will be utilizing a board-approved strategic plan framework for which student success, educator empowerment, partnerships with you all, and organizational efficiency are our pillars. How will we do this? By having crucial conversations, listening to our students, hearing from our university and business partners, and setting many SMART goals and action steps to outline a process for study and work to sustain us for 5 years. As an outcome, the work this semester of my team and I is to connect our strategies to key actions, define the scope, resources, and people required, as well as a system for measuring progress and the impact on our students. Ultimately, our community will have access to a dashboard for which they can track our district's progress towards our framework. Expect this in the fall because there's a lot of information here. I am proud that our strategic plan is aspirational, and I want to thank every administrator in this room who pushed us to be sure that our plan was as aspirational as it could be. Thank you to our team. And our strategic plan is achievable. Yet it is important for our learning environments to be safe and for student well-being to be paramount to our work in order for each student to attain their goals. Since arriving at GJPS last year, our team and I have been committed to prioritizing safety, and I appreciate the dedication of our COO, Assistant Superintendent, and Coordinator of Student Services, many others who have been instrumental in implementing actions focused on improving the safety of our students and staff. You can see here the list of things that we have implemented in the 18 short months that I've been here. I am so proud of these accomplishments, and I couldn't do them without the partnerships with people in our district and with the Gahanna Police Department. Chief and I have filmed about 4 videos covering a variety of school campus topics, and while we are not going to win an Emmy anytime soon, he may, but I certainly will not, I am glad some of them are being viewed, and they're causing members of our community to pause and think about safety. We added a new traffic safety video this fall, and we have a secure firearm video coming soon. We've also utilized the expertise of the GPD, who this year, for the first time in our school district, delivered professional learning and safety trainings to our school community, including an all-district assailant training and a community university session on internet safety for youth. Also in partnership with GPD, we updated safety and security plans, particularly for our new stadium and our athletic events, as more and more athletic events around Central Ohio are being compromised by violent behavior. Thanks also to the support of the mayor and city council, as well as the advocacy of the chief, we have, as GJPS, received an additional SRO to support focus on our middle and elementary schools. Chief and I also began conversations with Be Smart, who supports districts wishing to engage in conversations about the secure keeping of firearms in our homes. Did you know up to 80% of school assailants under the age of 18 obtain their firearm from their own home, a relative's home, or a friend? I am currently drafting a secure firearm resolution for the board to consider at their February 22nd board meeting, and we're also evaluating some changes to our student handbook. This year, we co-hosted with the Ohio Department of Public Safety a Safe Schools, Safe Streets event that was launched to support students safely getting to school, being in school, and then being transported home. We're also working to install new signage in front of our buildings and our stadiums, reminding our community that drugs, alcohol, and weapons are not allowed. And finally, we are piloting a parent learning session on how to talk to your kids about school safety. If it's successful, I'm going to ask Jen Korn to take her show on the road. So I am proud of the work on safety that we've done, and I look forward to future conversations and action steps in this area. So for just one moment, let's go back to the strategic plan. The last element of our vision statement, champion. This calls us to action as stewards in our commitment to champion the unique pathway of every student in our GJPS school community, whether it is academic excellence, creative pursuits, or excelling in athletics and the arts. We strive to champion a supportive and inclusive environment that empowers our students' success for all and encourages them to reach our full potential. And we need our staff every day. They are truly our superheroes. Championing the work of academic excellence is our wonderful Assistant Superintendent, Jill Elliott. She skillfully takes my ideas and she formulates plans for implementation, and I could not do this work without her support. Jill, come on up to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Deagle. I'm excited to have the opportunity tonight to share a little bit about some of the projects we've been working on with our school community and a new project that we'll be launching this month. As Dr. Deagle mentioned, the School Start Time Project and High School Bell Schedule projects were announced last year at our State of the Schools event. These were both very complex projects, and we worked hard to have them completed this past December so that staff and families had more than 7 months to get their questions answered and make necessary adjustments before their implementation. The School Start Time Project is a change that's been discussed in our district for many years, and in an attempt to align with brain research and consider ways to support students even more, we felt now was the right time to explore options and make the change. So our overall project goal was to facilitate a process that allowed us to review our current start times, gather feedback related to research and options, and then use that information to guide adjustments for next year and beyond. The project plan for this work involved collaboration with many stakeholders, including ongoing meetings with our steering committee, department and union leaders, and our family focus group. It also involved 2 staff surveys and a detailed comparison with other Central Ohio school districts. One of the main focuses that drove this project and proved to be very compelling for our family focus group, staff, and district leaders is the research related to school start times. This slide highlights some of the notable organizations that we've reviewed research from, and the research consistently showed significant positive impacts of later start times for high school students. Some of these positive impacts include improved academic performance and attendance, fewer disciplinary incidents, a decrease in crash rates for our teenage drivers, and less reports of symptoms of depression. After reviewing the research and feedback gathered from various stakeholders, we worked with a routing specialist company who helped us initially create 12 different start time options. We eventually narrowed that down to 5 for our family focus group and staff to weigh in on. Then, based on additional feedback and ideas, we created a 13th option, and that's the selection we ended up going with. This model allowed us to adjust our high school start times to align with research and recommendations, impact our families and staff as little as possible, and maintain operations efficiently and as close to how we currently run them in the district. This slide shows our new school start times for the 24-25 school year and beyond. And we've already begun behind-the-scenes work to update transportation software and begin mapping routes. You can see that next year, our preschool sessions will run from 8:30 to 11:15 for our morning session, 12:15 to 3 for our afternoon session. Our elementary day will start 5 minutes later and have an extended 15-minute time period for an 8:05 to 2:45 day. The high school day will be shortened and pushed back to operate from 8:35 to 3:20. And I had several students stop by my table tonight, and they were really excited about that. Our middle schools will shift their start time 20 minutes for a school day that runs 9:05 to 3:50. We're thankful for the collaboration and support with this project, and we really look forward to the positive impacts it can have for our students. The next project I'd like to highlight this evening is our high school bell schedule project that was led by our high school principal, Mrs. Jessica Williams, and a steering committee from the high school. Dr. Deagle highlighted our strategic plan earlier, and one of the components of the new framework will have us focused on improving how we spend time in the classroom and enhancing the use of rich teaching practices and engaging application activities that will lead to improved achievement and student growth. At the outset of this work, we identified the project goals to include gathering a variety of feedback related to a bell schedule that would improve student success by increasing support and engagement for students, and reallocate the time within the day so that all students have access to high-quality teaching and learning experiences. This project actually started back in the 22-23 school year and continued into this year. The process included many opportunities for feedback, and while the schedule selection was an internal decision, we asked to hear from our staff and family community many times and considered over 2,000 data points in the selection. As you can imagine, selecting a final schedule model was no small feat when you have a building of nearly 2,500 students and approximately 200 staff members. As with anything, it's very challenging to find one plan that works perfectly for everyone, but after considering 5 different schedule options, we feel the selected model of a modified block schedule will benefit our broader population by offering a traditional bell schedule day on Mondays, where students will access all of their classes like they currently do, and then 83-minute blocks that rotate Tuesday through Friday, providing 3 touch points across the week. There are many benefits to utilizing this new schedule, including reduced conflicts with student schedule requests and a decrease in the number of transitions and unstructured time within the day. But the greatest impact we're looking forward to is the ability to go deeper into our standards and curriculum in the classrooms, with periods that are long enough for experiences such as labs, rich reading and writing, inquiry learning, simulations, and cross-curricular activities and experiences. We know this adjustment to our high school staff and students' school day is one that will require frequent and robust professional development and planning, and our curriculum team and coaches are already at work with our GLHS staff members to prepare for teaching in the block. We also believe that school start time project is directly connected to the bell schedule work as well, and we'll be measuring the success of both of these as we look for visible student engagement in classrooms, raised academic performance on assessments and exams, increased graduation rates, improved attendance, decreased discipline referrals, and an increase in our student sense of belonging. There are many, many more details I could share about both of these projects, and I would encourage anyone interested in more information to check out our recorded live stream and frequently asked question documents that can be found on our website. The third and final project I will highlight this evening is one that we're excited to kick off this month. We are embarking on a middle school course offering project that will be focused on reviewing and revising the elective offerings we have available for middle school students across the district. The goal of this project is to facilitate a review of our current offerings, gather feedback about possible adjustments that would widen our offerings, provide vertical alignment, and include multiple literacies, and then ultimately develop a middle school course offering pathway for implementation in the 25-26 school year. We will have project teams that include building administrators, district coordinators that oversee the various departments, and also a steering committee that includes one representative from each department and, of course, voice from all 3 middle schools. We will get together a few times this spring and again next fall to discuss state requirements, non-negotiables of the project, and view sample offerings and examples from other districts. We will also be surveying our middle school students and families to get their feedback about their preferences and interests. And then, after considering all of those pieces, we will land on a course offering pathway plan that families can use to support scheduling and the student experience. We're really excited to get this going, and we'll certainly provide more information along the way. I want to thank you for letting me talk tonight about some of my team's role in championing pathways to success for all. At this time, I'd like to introduce our Chief Operating Officer, Mr. Cliff Hetzel, who will talk to us about his work to ensure we have top-notch facilities and operations that champion success for all.
Thank you, Jill, and hello, everyone. It has been exactly 1 year today that I joined the district team, and I'm excited to share the tremendous progress we've made in support of the leading-edge goals that Dr. Deagle and the Board of Education have established to support our students, staff, and community. Everything starts with our day-to-day operations work. I will highlight improvements we're making and how we design those solutions through a three-layer ask. So we ask, does it advance the resource, make it better, broader, more reliable? Does it create efficiencies, less time? Does it integrate with other tools? Can it eliminate a redundancy or expand an underutilized resource? Does it create financial savings? Maximize value by doing more with less? Are there outside funding opportunities? Can we procure it differently or package it in volume to receive discounts? In support of Dr. Deagle's safety initiatives, we are in the midst of installing resources that will equip our staff with improved audio and video in the form of an IP-based two-way radio system with more robust signal strength and district-wide communication features that also support first responder needs. An enhanced video management and camera system that will increase coverage and visibility, including interaction with our access control systems. This is about a $1.6 million investment, with roughly 80% or $1.3 million being funded by outside grants. In technology, we are focusing on cybersecurity and enhanced support for our learning systems. We have included device-level protection that adds a second layer of security to our firewall. We specify and order our equipment in a way that allows us to receive a 50% reduction through a federal E-rate program, and this year, we went through training that provided a reduction in our insurance premiums. Regarding facilities, we just completed secured entry improvements for 5 different buildings that will allow us to control and monitor entry. We included ADA improvements as part of that work, and in these areas where we're able to reduce costs with federal funding opportunities as well. In transportation, we are focused always on routing efficiencies. Having reduced 2 routes at the start of the year, we have recently upgraded our software and are looking to optimize our routing in support of the new school start times initiative that Mrs. Elliott presented on earlier. We are shifting the paradigm from localized routing sequences to a more globalized approach, kind of like Amazon does. In food service, I too hope you had a chance to earlier before this presentation sample some of the delicious meal options provided by Megan Sweller, our food service supervisor, and Bev Fansler. They've been running a financially solvent enterprise and developing a plan for a whole new service model in preparation for the opening of our brand new high school. And speaking of our brand new high school, we are fulfilling our Phase 2 construction promise. We have completed the work for both Blacklick and High Point Elementaries. This included adding 10 classrooms, renovating existing classrooms, increasing or enhancing other related spaces for art, music, special education, and small group, and improved playground sites. We just completed Middle School East, with the board hosting an open house to the community last week and presenting the same type of improvements performed at our elementaries. Blacklick Athletic Complex is complete. New lighted artificial turf competition field, 2 new softball diamonds, 10 new tennis courts. Will be full go this spring and will continue to settle into the site. And because it is not a high school site, focus on learning how to best operate and manage it. Gahanna-Lincoln High School. The athletic stadium is complete. We were excited that we could start the school year using that facility. It includes a new turf field, high-performance track, new bleachers, high-tech video board. Gahanna-Jefferson is leading the way in Ohio high school's athletic scene. We started construction of our new 508,000 square foot high school. Foundations are set, structural steel framing is in place, and as we work through that process, we have had the opportunity to have our high school architecture class tour the site and interact with our construction teams. As part of this project, we will be demoing our central office and our maintenance buildings this summer, and we'll have more to come. We're very excited for what's ahead of us. Dr. Deagle.
I hope in hearing some of the work that we've done in the last year, you are as proud of this district and the people who work here as I am. We, and quite frankly, the state of Ohio, through their many government mandates, are asking a lot from our staff and our administration currently. Our elementary teachers are continuing to learn new tools for teaching language arts and mathematics. Our high school teachers are reinventing classroom instruction through the block schedule and an inquiry-based lens. Our middle school teachers, as you heard, will soon be asked to reimagine their course offerings for students, and the rest of our team is purposely thinking of appropriate support for our staff and students. We have a lot going on, and we're moving a lot of furniture, literally and figuratively. I'm asking for your kindness, as I always do. I'm asking for your support, and I'm asking for your grace as we work as a team of professionals. Our pillar of partnership is very important to me. We need you as a partner in order to provide an exceptional experience for our students. We have long used the slogan, "Where children come first," in this district, and this continues to be our emphasis. Yet you will soon see this replaced with a new tagline for all of our materials. We've dropped some hints along the way this evening, but I would love to formally introduce you to Inspiring Learners, Building Futures as our new tagline, inspired by our strategic plan, which encourages students to reach even higher levels of growth. Educating and caring for children is our jam. It's what we've studied. It's our life. Thank you for your trust and your support, and for realizing that every day we are doing our very best for your children. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us this evening, and for championing our students and our staff at Gahanna-Jefferson Public Schools. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Thank you.